of residents buy properties based on emotions and acts of over excitement, and they fail to ask some of the most important questions they should ask before investing, especially with the site manager. There's certain questions they should always ask the site manager before investing. And a lot of investors fail to ask these questions because they are overly excited about purchasing a property. So today we'll be discussing some of the questions investors should ask a site manager, or some of the things they should know before they invest. And I have with me here today site manager of ThankGod Properties Limited, Mr. General. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
You're welcome once again. So like I said, we'll be discussing some of the questions investors should ask a site manager that they fail to ask before investing. So firstly, what is the role of a site manager on the site? Like generally, what's the role of a site manager in the real estate industry?
Well, in some industries or companies, they call it site inspector, site officer. They all have several names for it. So, as a site manager, your major role is everything site related. You're in charge of land allocation, land acquisition as well. You're in charge of getting the layout. You're doing both facelifts for property. That's like incremental development from time to time. So the site manager's job is to make the property available on fund for somebody to come and buy. Yes, so you're supposed to have all the details regarding the property, the vicinity you're buying from, the community, all those details he's supposed to have it. That's one of the major roles.
Okay, so does it mean that the role of a site manager only include during the investment period or on just plain land, or does the site manager also have a role to play on the site under construction?
Yes,
Let's say a site that they are building, or they are doing maybe a fence or any of those construction.
If the client wants to start building and the company he or she invested, they will have to alert the site manager because he will be the one to go and sometimes some clients don't know their exact plot of land. So the site manager will take them there with the surveyor to point out exactly their own plot and also make recommendations for those fencing and the borders, all those materials, because he has been there, he has worked there before. So he or she already knows what is going on and what they will do to make the work easier for the client. So he's always involved from the investment to the construction to the development, everything regarding that.
The site, everything has to do with the site. The site manager is supposed to be involved, especially for the case of encroachment. Now you said the site manager should be there to show the client the exact portion that belongs to him or her, so they don't have issues with encroaching into the next person's property. So do you think that pictures and videos are enough? Now you're the site manager, you know what the site looks like, you know what the site looks like. So do you think that what we see in pictures and videos are enough, or they are enough proof to show that okay, this land is good? Or is it really important that clients should go for physical sightseeing before they invest?
Yes, pictures and videos are good, but they won't do all the justice you need for you to, unless maybe a client that already has a realtor or somebody he or she trusts. He does not want to, he doesn't see the need to go to the site for the inspection. But as a first timer, that's for someone that maybe you're not fully invested in your realtor, you want to see it, it's very important to you that see the question of land. Because pictures and videos can be dated. It might be a development that happened 4 months ago, and then they send you that same video the next 6 months. So the condition of that place 6 months ago and
it's not be the same.
It's possible that maybe there's been rainy season, so grasses will come up for sure, or one or two things. So there's always a change in the condition of the area. So it's always good to go and see it, so I can use your eye and verify. Like, okay, this is what they showed me. So well, it's always, I believe people always tell their clients that this is the condition when this was done.
Okay,
You get?
yes.
So that the client will not go there and now see it
A different
video and I'll
thing.
be like, no, you're showing me so the time, there's always a space between when one development is done and another development. Because if you do first clear now, you might not immediately start fencing. So if you clear, maybe in a space of a few months you can do the fencing. So in those small space, grasses will have
Not
come
a
up again.
problem.
Yeah, so the video you're using from 7 months ago will not be current the next 7
Now
months.
you're saying it only in the negative light. Let's look at it from the positive light. I remember a particular property we sell here in ThankGod Properties Limited. I think the ThankGod Mega City. Now when I saw the videos of ThankGod Mega City, what I saw when I got to that site was entirely different from what I saw in the video. I mean, it was looking better off than the videos I saw. It was only looking, yeah, I mean, it was very close to the room. But seeing the video, you don't really know what the distance looked like. You just hear 4 minutes, but you don't know what 4 minutes distance really look like. Yeah.
The video in that light is actually a very good one. Because
Yeah.
sometimes the video might not. That's why I said you have to go and see it.
Yeah, because the videos will not give you all
do
the
enough
details you.
justice to it. Yeah. You have to go and be like, there's some persons you take them to the property and they're like, is this what is in the video? Like, this is so nice. Yeah, so people have different expressions about when they see it.
But this is actually very true.
Yes.
Another typical example is Harley Estate. We just did that location on Saturday. The videos I saw, I was thinking that Harley Estate is very far. But when I got there, I saw a distance from the road, from the major road to the property. It wasn't looking bad at all for a land banking property.
It was very crazy, and there's an estate.
And it's an estate. So beyond pictures, beyond videos, it is also it is good to actually go for a physical site inspection. If you cannot go, it's always good to also send a representative, so you don't feel like you said different persons have different expectations.
Yes.
What I will be expecting to see is different from what someone will be expecting to see. I may go there and I would really love the place, and you would go and you would not love it so much. Yeah. So it is good that beyond what the consultant is telling you, you should go for your own.
They also, most companies also offer what do they call it, virtual tours.
Virtual tours, yeah, that's also good.
That's also good. Just in case you feel like you're not there in person, you don't have a representative to go and look for you. You can do virtual tour with them. As long as there's good network, they'll show you. That one is even road to road, step by step. It's just like you're there.
It's just like you're there
So
physically.
you can time it. If they tell you here from here to here is 4 minutes, and the call it should be 4 minutes. If it's longer than that, then they told you something else. So yeah. Seeing
Okay,
properties always
that's a good idea. If you cannot go for the site inspection physically, like if you cannot be there present,
Yes,
you can do a virtual. So that's nice. They also want to know what's the difference between a layout and an estate.
Okay. An estate is usually, not usually, it's always being maintained by the company. The maintenance, the service charge, they will do the fencing, they will be in charge of the fencing, the drainage system, the road network. Now as an estate, there's a major entrance, one big gate, that's the main entrance. There's a security hub. Then it will have other amenities like, let's say, a green area, that's like a small shopping mall or a garden inside the estate. Let's say an estate of about 100 plots will have all these facilities inside, because you won't expect them to. The entire estate, there's no shopping mall anywhere. That's not good. So there will be provisions for
Just in case some persons are not buying it for commercial purpose.
So
Okay,
all
so
those
the
people that are
company
living there,
make provisions for
yes,
that.
for those kind of things. And those estates, they make provisions for green areas, supermarkets, gyms, and stuff like that. So most estates are serviced by the company. That's why estates. That's why most people buy from estates. But there, and then in estates, the housing pattern is usually regularized.
Okay.
Yes, so there might not be most estates have different way of doing them. They might do particular building pattern, or you do particular zinc pattern. So you can either build.
So there was something common.
Yeah, there must be something that
all
makes it all, like if you go to, there's a part in Port Harcourt, the Greater Town City. Yes, Greater Town City, there's the bungalow section, Then there's the duplex, that's the semi-detached. You have the 2 bedroom, you have the 3 bedroom. Then if you enter that area, you see that all the houses are the same. They were built with the same design, same zinc, everything. 2 bedroom, semi-detached, facing, they're all facing that way. The bungalows have their own section, other sections as well. So those ones, that estate now is run by, is a structured estate. The building and the zincs, all of them are the same. Whereas in some estate, they might just use one particular type of zinc or color of zinc. Because normally there's always a provision for some persons not being able to afford the.
But I think the key thing is that there must be something in common between
There's
all
always,
the
there's always something
houses.
in common in an estate.
Okay.
Yes.
What
And then
about
for
what
a
about
layout,
the layout?
yes, for a layout, the layout is usually built. It's not usually built, but it's usually gotten as an open space because some persons are looking for land they can use and do various things.
Okay.
Let's say if someone wants to build a church, to build a church, school, all those big things you want to do, you can go in the layout and get it. The land is yours, you can do it
Whatever
as-
you want to
if you want to
do.
do shrine, that's your business. So that's why it's called the layout. The layout, it's not like they're not servicing it, but the land is very much secure. As an estate, it's very secure. But then we won't do the fencing. The companies don't do the fencing. What they do is they get the land, and the land is your own. You just start about the company, but then we're not fencing it for you. So you can come and do your fence and build. You want to build skyscraper, you're welcome. Yeah, so, but then in an estate, you can't build those things in an estate. You won't be allowed to build church.
Certain things must be regularized by the company.
there are
So from
policies to
everything
follow.
you said, what is that one thing that makes an estate outstanding from the layout?
Well, I will tell you, organization is very good.
Okay.
Organization is very good. Once something is organized in a specific pattern, it's nice. At least you have someone to hold responsible. In an estate where the drainage system is not working, you hold the company. They're not working. You can't be in an estate where it's flooded. No, you hold the company, they'll come and service it. The road, all those things. So yeah, organization is organized in an estate. That makes it very nice.
That's interesting. I
And
believe
the road network as well is very nice. Very
compared to a
compared to
layout.
that.
Alright, that's interesting. I believe you're already enjoying the conversation. I mean, these are things that a lot of us did not know. And today we still have our site manager with us here. He'll be putting us through here and giving answers to some of these questions that we would love to know about the site generally. So we're going on a short break. I'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Thank God, oh, thank God, oh. Property we go last, generation go dey thank pass. Yeah. Thank God, oh, thank God, oh, thank God, oh. Property we go last, generation go dey thank pass. When I be small boy for area, then they flex, chop money, disappear 'em. Wise man talk, put 'em for the land, oh. Today I dey smile, I understand, oh. Small plot, turn to kingdom. See my mama, see my children, freedom. No rush life, we dey plan, I'm steady. Future for my bloodline ready. Thank God properties, we dey buy 'em early. Land we go turn to legacy. Today we dey sow, tomorrow they go chop. Transgenerational blessing no go stop. Thank God properties, stack 'em like gold. Story where your grandchildren go they told. From village side to the city top, we dey plot, we dey grow, we no go stop. See my guy, him blow, him just dey flex. Pop champagne next year in the vex, but he won't we invest for the soil. Now him name dey the map like royal. Survey plan tight to clean, we sure. Every block, every border secure. Now so we take on hustle to pride, from one small liquor to global stride. Thank God properties.
Welcome back from a short break. We are still discussing the questions every real estate investor should ask the site manager before they invest. So I still have with me here a site manager at ThankGod Properties Limited, Mr. Gerald.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here to this point.
It's been
Still
nice.
discussing what investors should, ask the site manager before they invest. I would want to ask, apart from the price of the land, are there other budgets, other costs investors should, bear in mind before they invest?
Well, mainly for estates.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're getting the land that is inside an estate, it incurs both a service charge, to keep the place running, to keep up the drainage, security, and all. So there's service charge inclusive. And then for any client that wants to fence, perhaps you bought a land and you want to fence, you have to get uh, fencing, a few permits from the local government and
Okay.
from the community to continue fencing. That majorly applies on layouts because most times in the estates, if the company pays, most times they pay for everybody.
Because it covers for
It
all of
covers
it.
for everybody. So but it doesn't always apply.
Okay.
Sometimes the state will still come back or the LGA will still come back and ask for it whenever an individual is performing inside the environment, inside the
Environment.
estate. So yeah, it has a few other charges that you can bear in mind. You have your fencing permits and a few other documents you can just have before you start development.
Okay, so even after you've paid for the property, that's the cost of the land,
Mm,
you still have to like pay some of these charges. Like you said, if it's an estate, you have to pay for
mm.
a charge to keep
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
estate
Yes,
running,
yes, yes.
drainage system, security fees,
Just like the
and
way you pay for your soccerways in your house. If you
okay,
rent,
yeah,
if you rent, if you're a tenant, sorry, you pay for sockaway suction every I think every 1 year. There's always a
okay,
space of time when you pay for sockaway. They call you come out for cleanup. All those small
yeah,
small
yeah.
payments.
Same thing applies in
It
an
applies
estate.
everywhere. It happens in an estate. So
Mm.
yeah.
All right, that's nice. I would want to know. We do hear things like, "Oh, this is a dry land. This is a wetland." So, what's the difference between a wetland and a dry land?
There are three. There's dry land,
Okay,
there's wetland, and then there's swamp.
swamp. Okay,
So
so what's the difference
the,
between the
the
three?
funny thing now is that many people like buying swamp. That's what you don't know. There are some persons that they love buying swamp. That's like their own form of investment.
Why?
They don't want anything dry land because what it takes a man to what it takes to get a swampy area is not easy. Like it's more costly. That's not the funny thing. It's more costly to buy in a swampy area. You get now men of high calibers or men that just like certain environments, knowing that someone that's coming to buy that swampy area is someone that's not going to come and make noise in the area.
Hmm.
So let's say there's just a particular area that this place is water, and then those men buy it because they know they have to fill it. So they have to fill
That's a
before they
lot of
build. You
money.
understand? So them they know the caliber of people they're expecting. Sorry, they know the caliber of people they're expecting in that area. So they just deal on swampy areas. Then as for wetland, it's not swampy, but it requires filling. You
Okay.
can work on it, but you need to fill it at least so the DPC will rise. Because whenever you're filling your land, even on dry land, people still do filling.
Yes, I know
Yes.
the difference on
So
dry land.
because if you build, if you do your foundation and you start putting blocks on it, the building actually goes into the ground. People don't know, but then it comes down small. That's why most
Okay.
times you raise your DPC so that when it's coming down like that, the entire building will not have gone down. So your DPC
Yeah.
will come up a little, and then the building will still be
Be
outside.
up.
Yeah. So it just helps to raise your building high. As for wetland, you have to fill to the level of the road. If the land is here and the road is here, you have to fill it up to the road level, so that the water does not gush down into your plot or into
Okay.
the estate or something. So yes, you have to.
Okay,
And
funny enough,
dry
I
land.
wanted to even ask him because I know of wetland. I know that's in a wetland, the land where there is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little amount of water. So I even wanted asking if constructions, 'cause most people, I don't know, this is the first I'm hearing that a lot of some persons
Like
like going for swamp
yes,
areas,
yes.
but not most persons like going for a dry land.
No, no. People love dry land
So
as well,
everybody
though.
have their
Everybody,
choices.
so
So
the
I actually
persons
wanted
that buy.
asking if constructions can be done on the swampy area, but you already answered
You
that.
have to feel, yes, you have to feel it.
The only difference is that you have to feel it.
You must feel. You can't start putting a foundation inside water. You have to
Yeah.
feel it.
To raise a building up a bit.
Mm.
Okay, one more question I would want to ask before we close this episode. Now, what's the actual measurement for a plot size in Port Harcourt, or should I say in River State? And
We,
does it differ from other states?
yes,
Okay,
it
so
does.
what's the actual
As a matter of
measurement for
fact, Lagos, but they don't do measurements in, in the way they do it in other states.
Okay,
Lagos does square meters. Someone can come and say they want to buy a land of 300 square meter, 400 square
okay,
meter,
okay. So
1,000 square meter.
they don't sell
Uh-huh.
like
And
in
you
plots.
barely see plot 450,
Okay,
so or 465. So people there they prefer they have land sizes for
okay,
different prices because there are barely many spaces in Lagos to buy land.
that is true.
So it's not easy to see one full plot in Lagos Island or in Lagos generally. So they now sell in square meters so that themselves the person that is selling will still have space in his own house. Maybe his land is around there. Maybe he just measure out like 300 square meters. He wants to sell it.
No.
So those kind of things. But measurements differs across the country.
Okay, so what's
People
like
use
the actual meaning? Because someone from Lagos might come to like, oh, I want to invest in Port Harcourt, and
uh,
will be expecting the same thing.
usually whoever is moving like that has a plot size in mind. You
Okay.
get so where he's coming from, he is used to sizes. It's not like they don't do sizes in every other state. So if
Mm.
he comes with like maybe he's looking for a land of 300 square meters, it's not left for whoever is selling to him to convince him that that's close to a full plot that he can go for 465, 450 and buy a full plot that's here
Mm.
that is that available. Because
Mm.
sometimes they don't know that it's available in some other places. They feel like it's the
Mm.
same way everywhere. You get so
Mm.
whoever comes like that now you can now give him the option of okay that we have full plot to 465. Full plot ranges from 450, 444 to 465. You get?
Oh, so there is no
No,
specific.
no, no. It just ranges from
Mm.
445 to 465. So
I
every
see.
state now chooses their own different size. Different companies
Okay.
actually, not even states. Some companies sell 465, some people sell 450, some people sell 455. So dependent on the company and the
Mm.
land sizes and all. That's all.
Oh, that's interesting. I've always known 450 square
Yes,
meters.
yes. That's a
That's
full
is
plot.
it
50
50
by
by 100?
100. Yes.
50 by
50
100
meters and 100 meters.
meters. Oh,
Is
that's
that's a full
interesting
it's a
too.
very big one. You can fit if I'm not mistaken, three different story buildings and that
On a
with
plot.
yes with parking
Hmm.
spots there.
Which means, what about those that feel like, oh, have plots of land, you can't do anything with, you have plots. Like, 'cause
It's
there are
big
persons
oh,
that actually cannot afford a
full
full
plot.
plot, but then they feel like half plots of land is nothing.
No, it is it's actually very big. Half plots can take um three bed three bedroom three bedroom comfortable with parking space.
Oh,
You can like do it three bedroom, three flats to take. It depends on your what's it
your
called,
building
engineer,
plan. Okay.
your plan. So if it's not something outrageous, something nice, good room size, parlor size, everything,
That
it
means
takes.
everybody have an opportunity to invest. You
Everybody
don't
has an
have to
opportunity to
wait
be a
till you're able
landowner.
to buy 10 plots. You can build such like you can construct
Yes, now.
such building on a half plots of land. So why do you have to wait? Why haven't you invested in real estate?
Why?
That's so interesting to know. Thank you very much,
You're
our
welcome.
site manager, for the insights you've given on these areas. Personally, I did not know some of these things you've told us today, and I believe there are a lot of persons out there who did not also know these things. So thank you for giving us insights to, you know, this part of um
The
real
business.
estate and part of the business here. So if you're still with us to this point, it means you enjoyed the session. So I would love if you drop your comments, your suggestions, your comments, your questions, your contributions in the comment section, and do what to share, do what to comment, do what to turn on your notification bell, so you can always be the first to watch our next episode. Thank you for being here to now. See you in our next episode.
You're welcome.